guys, welcome to the RSL webinar, and we have our special panelists here, Joel, Saron, Fidel, and Julian, and myself, Twee. So welcome, and if you can see and hear us, go ahead and throw a yes in the comments. I'll be monitoring comments as we go along, and why don't we introduce Joel?
Boom. Hello, it's me. It's Joel, the one and only. So, great to see you guys tonight. We got a great webinar plan for you. Before I go and go off on a tangent about all the updates and all the cool stuff that we added to the system over the week, I just wanted to take a moment to introduce. Clearly, we have a new panelist on here, Saron. Saron has been a good friend of mine for quite some time now. He's also been a mentor of mine. He's helped me set up campaigns. He's done the unimaginable. This guy has gone above and beyond in so many different realms for me in my life. And I invited him on here on the webinar tonight because guy's got a lot of wisdom to drop and a lot of awesome knowledge. He's been around the game, the internet marketing game, for a long time. He's worked with some high-profile people. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Saron Woodworth. Saron, introduce yourself, brother.
Hey, what's up, guys? Glad to be on here with you. Joel's a great friend, and we met some time ago, and it's been a cool ride. And so he was actually, I remember when he was explaining the whole RevShare thing to me, this idea that he had back some months ago, and at first it wasn't clicking, and then like when I actually saw it come to fruition, it's amazing the opportunity that he set up right here for everybody, and I was like, yo, where's the link, man? Sign me up, like let's. It's like I want a piece of this action, and it's really amazing what you can do with this. So focus is the key, but we'll chat to-dos here soon. But yeah, it's great to be on here with you guys. Look forward to it.
Absolutely. Glad to hear from you, Saron, as well. Fidel, I think, is trying to jump in, and I think he might be having some problems there. But Julian, good to see you back each week. I know Julian's doing all these different types of traffic test campaigns. Pretty badass. And reporting back to us with stats, which is awesome. So we really appreciate that, Julian. And I know you're testing out some Bing stuff, testing out some Facebook ads, and once you have a little bit more information on that, would you be willing to share with us as we go?
Yeah,
awesome.
absolutely.
Cool. Well, all right, guys. Well, without further ado, I'd like to talk about just some of the updates that we've done to the system, and mention a little bit about the co-op that we got going on right now. So with the system, if you guys have logged in anytime recently and gone over to the training area, you'll see that there's new trainings in there for MyCash freebies. For international users, there's trainings for everything that you need to know about MyCash, how to withdraw, all that stuff. So you guys know those withdrawals are pretty instant. They happen same day. They go directly to your PayPal, and any country that can receive PayPal payments can participate in MyCash freebies, which is pretty much the whole world. I think it's 203 countries. There's a link in there of all the countries that you can accept PayPal. Addition to that, too, if you guys haven't noticed, we're upping the brand game inside of the training funnel and the rest of the program. There is Twee has lended her awesome branding skills to us and kind of adding in some of the culture that we're really after here throughout the training system, throughout RevShare Lifestyle. And the real purpose behind that is not just about graphics, it's not just about making it look pretty. It's because it does attract a higher quality customer, a higher quality client. And myself included, I like to see good visual graphics. It also helps lend to the user interface and makes it so that keeps it so that we can remain focused on what is really important here. And what's important here is not about news. It's not about all these million different distractions. I was just telling Julian right before the webinar started, my very first program that I was participating, I would have made a lot more money if I would have just followed the steps and just sent the thing up and sent traffic to it. It's just that simple. Speaking of traffic, if you guys have not noticed yet, there is a co-op that is up. It's inside. It's a pinned post inside the Facebook group. We're selling traffic right now at 85 cents a click. You can pick up as many clicks as you want. This is a non-commissionable traffic thing, so you don't earn any affiliate commissions for traffic sales on the co-op, but it's the exact same traffic that we use within the system. So it's highly targeted. We write the email copy for you, and you guys can go through the Facebook group. There's plenty of people that are getting tons of results from the traffic that are just buying each week because they're getting a return on their investment. They just pick up traffic, and then they get sales and referrals and commissions, and then they just use those commissions to buy more traffic and just keep the cycle going. So if you guys have not participated in there, that co-op is there. You guys can test out traffic for as low as 85 cents a click, yeah, just take action on that, because that's going to be a big jump start to your system. So absolutely. So if you guys haven't done that, make sure you guys take advantage of that. Also, too, if you're new to us and you're just joining us for the very first time, you're in the right place, okay? And you know, there's that whole saying when it comes to network marketing or internet marketing or just business in general, that timing is everything. And just to give you guys a glance, kind of a screenshot of what we're doing in the marketplace, our conversions are getting higher, okay? Not just on the RevShare traffic, but on our own traffic, on, we got a little bit of an echo going on there. But now we got your communication. Can you mute out one? There we go. Whew. All right. So we got conversion that's being upped in every marketplace right now. Okay, we are killing the game. We are kicking ass all over the marketplace. So you guys are aware, Triple Threat, one of the income streams inside of RevShare Lifestyle, has announced a brand new compensation plan, and that compensation plan is partially based on referrals. So no matter what, they're going to still allow you to withdraw every single day up to $50 a day, you know, even if you never bring another referral into the program, which is pretty badass because you still get to earn 12 grand a year and basically do nothing. Yeah, you know, click a couple ads and that's it. But for those of you who are interested in earning more, they've actually upped the program to earn as much as $250 a day. So $1,250 a week, which is what is that, 60 grand a year or something like that, for basically doing not a whole hell of a lot. All you got to do is promote your RevShare Lifestyle system, and it handles the rest for you. Handles the referrals, handles all of that stuff. So, you know, that's some changes that are coming down the pipeline for them. So you guys know I don't speak for them. I don't speak for any of their stuff. I just, you know, pick up whatever is happening with the news and just kind of roll with it, kind of adapt to it, and that's what we do here in RevShare Lifestyle, and that's what we do in any business. So those are just some of the updates that are coming down the pipeline. But I want to talk to you guys tonight, and I want everybody on this panel to chime in with this tonight. You know, if you were getting started in a business, or you know, online, offline, whatever, what are some of the things that you would want mentally, physically, whatever, to start that business? You know, not just the starting point, but to actually continue on and to build it to what it is that your vision is. And that'd be another thing to bring up there is, what is your vision? What is your why? Why the hell are you even doing this? Are you just here to make a couple bucks, or is there something bigger for you? So those are some things that I wanted to bring up tonight. You know, Twee, I know that you and I had some awesome conversations about this today. We were talking about that, just that what we're both working for, which is honestly the ability to be able to disconnect from the internet, to be able to disconnect from you know, our screens and stuff like that, and have more quality time with each other, more quality time with our son, and the people that matter to us in our life. I mean, you know, what does that mean to you in your own words?
for starting the business, well, I know why I got started. If I were to backdate back into my story and kind of where it originated from, I was working for a Fortune 500 company in the corporate world, and I was making a good amount of money there, but it was certainly not fulfilling my purpose and my goal, which was helping people. So something that I've desired for a very long time. So it wasn't until I got into a major car accident that left me bedridden for, Joel knows, about like a year.
Yes.
And that's really where I took it seriously and learned marketing and did everything else in between. So that's pretty much why I started and why I continue.
Okay, cool. Sarah, man, feel free to jump in here. I know that you've been. A lot of these people, nobody on here knows you. I
Yeah.
know you, but
I love it.
these
That's cool.
guys on here, they don't know who you are, where you're from,
Yeah.
and what you've
Okay.
been through and what you've done. So I mean, open up.
So yeah. So to kind of fill everybody in, right now I'm a full-time marketer. I've been in the industry for about 5 years or so, and I got started when I was a door-to-door salesman. My motivation was the fact that every single day I was going out and knocking on people's doors and trying to make sales, and it was hard, but I was doing well. I was at the top of my company and stuff like that. But what I saw on the internet was that if I could automate that process, if I could automate the knocking on doors process, I was like, that makes a whole lot more sense than going out and spending my time doing this. So I wanted to build a machine. So that's where I kind of got into the internet thing, and I jumped ship immediately, left a really high-paying job, and went broke there in the beginning, and struggled. I was one of those guys that was told to blog every single day, and I started that, and I was like, why isn't nobody showing up to my site? I did not know anything. I had not know jack about how the internet, really worked. But in that first like 6-month period, I figured out a lot, and then I also figured out that I needed to get a really good mentor. I knew that in order to crush this thing, in order to make it big, I needed somebody to teach me, and so I started working for Digital Marketer. I started working for the CEO of Digital Marketer, and him and I are still good. We're actually business partners today, even. Neither of us are still at Digital, but I learned some really good things while I was over there. A lot of you guys probably know who they are. It's just they're a big company in the space, and so I learned a lot from them, and coached a lot of students over there that I still work with today. After that, I decided to go out and do more of my own thing, and I ended up meeting up with a couple more high-profile clients, one of them being the co-founder of a company, a lot of people know Empower Network, Dave Sharp. And so him and I worked together and built a company called Legendary Entrepreneur, which I'm not a part of, but am wearing the shirt because, as Joel and I were saying, it's the most comfortable shirt ever.
Absolutely. I was wearing the exact same shirt earlier today. That's actually, so you guys are aware, that's where I met Sarah, was through David Sharp, and just hanging out in those mansions, man, and just
hot
getting
tub,
deep.
man.
The hot tub, man.
Be honest, it was the hot tub.
It was the hot tub. Hanging out at the hot tub all night
We got a lot
till
of
like
good
4 in the
4
morning.
a.m. footage in the hot tub.
Sit there,
Dave ended up using for his marketing campaigns, I remember.
Yeah, right?
Your internet marketers when you're sitting there videotaping yourselves in a hot tub having a conversation, and you're like, oh man, we're going to make so much money off of this hot tub video. Oh, it's good times.
But so yeah, go ahead and continue, man. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, man, this is why it's so fun. And to be honest, I've not done a whole lot of Hangouts. So I've done a lot of webinars, but like this is cool because I can see you guys, and like we can sit here and chat, and I can see the chat box and stuff like that. So this is a new environment for me, which I really enjoy.
Cool. It's a bit more of a relaxed environment too, and I think that.
Yeah.
I think that webinars are great, but what I love about Hangouts is that we get an opportunity to connect with people face to face,
Yeah.
You know, and that's just something that webinars just don't really connect with that. You know, it's got a very standard formulaic layout, and this is much more of us having a conversation as friends and helping each other succeed in a forum that I think that people can really relate to.
You really get the behind the scenes what that person is thinking. I mean, like the atmosphere is so, you know, just friendly and so inviting that this to me is something that you want to be on as often as possible, because you get to really see, okay, this is what that person worked on today. This is what that person's thinking right now. Whereas a webinar they're great. Don't get me wrong. I sell a whole lot on webinars, but like that's training. You know, it's you're going there to be trained on one specific thing. You're not really getting the kind of background or the behind the scenes insight. So this is something I would absolutely try to be on every single week if you can, because this is where you get that sort of feedback and that personal touch.
Absolutely, yeah, and this is also where a lot of the brainstorming and a lot of those ideas come out too. So, you know, like we were just talking right before this webinar started, that I'm running some Bing campaigns, and Julian's also testing some Bing traffic. Saron's been doing all these different Facebook things, and we're talking about, hey, what could we do to mash all these together and create a more targeted campaign that does all this different follow-up and stuff like that on our behalf. You know, and that's something that, you know, as we test those ideas and test those things, you know, that's something that there's just no way that any one person on this panel can be the expert in all of those different areas. So being able to come together on this panel and share those ideas with ourselves and with you makes it so that not just do we get better, you get better, the system gets better, and it makes it so that we can, as we test, we can come out with more trainings and more things like that to add into the Rush Your Lifestyle system. So, you know, you guys definitely want to be a part of these webinars every single week. And obviously, you know, you can invite your people to it, and you can use your affiliate link with it, so you can still get paid on anything from here. So,
yeah.
Julian, what has been up with you in the last week? I know you've been doing some retargeting campaigns and other things, and you're number 2 with leaderboard.
Well, I've always been interested in traffic anyway, email traffic, of course, but I'll try mixing other things. I did Bing traffic before, and it just kind of came back, so to speak, because I went through a new course, so let me revisit Bing and see what I could do there. So I've been testing that out. Results so far have been pretty good, but I still need to get some more data to kind of show exactly how well that's doing.
So you guys know just how I run my Bing campaigns. And sorry, Julian, I didn't mean to cut you off. But this is, as you know, man, this is just how I talk. I'm just like, you know, just throwing stuff. So you guys know how I run my Bing campaigns. For anybody that runs Bing traffic or is interested in running Bing traffic, I start out with 10 keywords. I test those 10 keywords, and I usually cut out 4 or 5, whatever is performing the most or performing the least and costing the most money. I cut out those 4 or 5, and then I replace those 4 or 5, and I never test with more than 10 at a time. So I know some people that do like 250 keywords at once or whatever, just something crazy, incredible, whatever. And what I've found is that I can really incrementally grow my ad campaign and not burn a bunch of cash by just starting with 10 keywords and maybe like a $5 to $10 budget per day, and that's it. And I just start with that, and then just basically just cut out the fat, add in new ones to test, and then keep cutting out until I get it perfect. So that's my whole strategy when it comes to Bing, and it's been working for me for 3 years. So
awesome.
Bing.
Fidel, I have not seen you around all week, man. What's been going on? Oh, I can't hear you, brother. Are you muted out? Let me test you. I'll mute you and unmute you. Oh, man. What's going on? I got nothing, homie.
Might be on his end.
You could sign language it. I can't even unmute you. It's like grayed out.
Yeah, I see that.
With your audio, man.
Are you back?
Yeah.
Fidel?
Are you back? We got nothing. I think you better drop out and jump back in. Log out and log back in, my friend.
That's an inside joke with me and Joel.
Oh yeah, hit the log out and log back in.
Yeah, it like fixes everything. So like he gets frustrated during email marketing sometimes, and I'm like, did you log out and log back in? And then it fixes it.
So all right, guys. Well, let's kind of get into meat and potatoes here. I know that you didn't come to just hear us talk, or just hear us shoot the shit. So, there's definitely been a couple bullet points that I want to point out. A, I talked about my Bing strategy. B, just talked about just some of the updates and whatnot. C, there's also the co-op going on. But I want to talk about how to build sort of your mass market, how to sort of bring this to kind of a critical mass. So I've had some people that have reached out to me and they're like, hey man, hey look, dude, I really want to build my RevShare lifestyle, but I want to build it really, really, really fast. And I don't really have a ton of money for traffic or anything like that, but I just want to build it really fast. And great, we're all for you building it fast, but when you go fast, it can sometimes get your goals or stuff like that can elude you. So, when you're building your mass market, the very first thing that you need to think about is, what is your message? Your message is really everything. Your message is, there's sales here, then there's marketing here, then there's messaging like up here. And if you start with the message, then what you're going to find is that your conversion goes through the freaking roof. I'm talking about like through the roof. Like you could be getting 1-2% conversion if you just tweak your message just a little bit. You'll go up to 5, 10, sometimes 20% conversion. It's incredible how that happens, and it comes down to really understanding your why, understanding your reasoning, and also understanding what it is that you're bringing to the table to these people. I understand what RevShare lifestyle is. I understand that hey, I can earn from 7 or more income streams with one link. Like that is probably one of the biggest damn things you're going to find in the marketplace. There's not a lot out there that makes it so that you can earn from all these different places, at least not without you having to pay an arm and a leg. And I know that there are other ones out there that do these things that are 55, 150, whatever per month. So doing it for free, being able to earn from all these different income streams for free is pretty badass. But how do you do it in such a way to where you're not just getting referrals, but you're also getting conversion? Well, one of the first things. Well, go ahead, Twee.
Oh, I was going to say that's actually one of the questions is how do I get them to convert to paying members of our programs? And I know like Julian and Fidel are doing a great job at converting their visitors.
Yeah, into actually paid members and not just referrals, right?
So if you want to throw in some of what you're doing, some tips for the audience, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, one of the things that I'm doing is messaging. Messaging is kind of the key to all your marketing. When you come with the right message, and if that message, by the way, is just, hey, join this thing and you'll make a lot of money, you're not going to convert shit. And I'll tell you why. It's because honestly, look, if you really get down to the core of it, no one really gives a shit about the money. Okay? They don't. Because money is nothing more than credits in a computer. It's just paper. It's a video game. And I'm trying to watch my mouth here because I get a little passionate about this particular topic. Money is just credits in a computer. What money does for you, that's the real game here. That's what we're really after. So are you, if you're looking for conversion, are you pitching in a way where you're saying, join this, make this money? Or are you pitching in a way where you're saying something along the lines of like, free up your time, scale your business, spend more time with your loved ones. What is the message? Who are the people that you want to attract? Who are the people that you want to work with? And I'll give you a hint. The people that you want to work with are the people that are just like you. Okay? So if you're somebody who is inside of a corporate office and you're looking to escape your corporate job and you're looking to basically just replace your corporate income, then why would you ever talk to somebody who is trying to supplement their Social Security who is like 75 and you're in your 30s? Why would you message that way? I mean, that's not to say that you can't convert that person, but do you really think that you're going to have the best connection with somebody who is 45 years older than you and is already retired and is not in the same position you are? I mean, the best conversion is going to come with the people that are just like you. Here's the cool part. There's 7 billion people on the planet Earth, and there's a portion of them that are just like you. And, you can get on videos. Fidel does this all the time. Fidel, I hope your audio works. But Fidel does this all the time. He's getting on videos, and, he does a lot of video marketing where he's showing his daily life. He might be at the grocery store and he might just have some message that comes to his mind that he wants to share with his audience. He's not pitching in that message. He's talking about his business. He's talking about his thoughts and the different things that he's done to grow his business. A lot of times, I mean, Sarah, I'm pretty sure you probably agree with this, business is like 90% mental.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. This is a lot of people think that they come in and I think a lot of people have the interpretation that it's going to be easy and that it's going to be fast, but really a winner mindset is to think long term. Seriously, it took me a while to get that into my head, but when I started thinking long term and setting not just month goals or not just 90-day goals, but when I started setting like 2-year goals, that changes everything. Because then you're coming in each day grinding for something that's a whole lot worth. It's a whole lot more worth your time.
Yeah.
So if you think about what is it going to take? You guys are asking how to make sales or how to convert these people into customers. I mean, that's what you're trying to do. Is you're trying to turn people into buyers. Essentially, it's just it goes back to the basics. It's connecting with your audience as often as possible. It's sending an email every single day, and sending maybe I know I've seen Fidel. He does the videos. Sending a video to them. If you can do it every day, great. If you can't, a couple times a week, and connecting with that audience so that they see your face, that they get a piece of you every single day, and it goes a long way when you start building a relationship with people, because that is who buys from you most of the time. It's somebody that has a relationship with you, and that's just who we buy from, and like you can build relationships really quickly. I've had where I'll have somebody get on a phone with me and you can build a quick relationship in 30 minutes. How? Going back to what Joel's talking about, is the messaging, is what matters to that person. What is it that matters to them? If let's say you get a lead, and this person is 65 years old. Maybe they are 65 years old, but they opted into your message for some reason. What you want to do, if you know how old they are, if you know something about them, then you want to speak to or find out the reason why they are. Why are they there? What are they looking for? And help them solve that problem. If you can help solve these people's problems, you'll get sales all day long, every single day. And this particular model, this business, is so simple. It's impossible to mess this up. It really is. It's like I haven't been promoting a whole lot, but it's because I really am fascinated. This is the first time I've ever heard of revenue sharing. So I'm sitting there like just watching this money compound, and I'm like, okay, interesting. All right, this is wow. I'm not having to do anything, and so it's like, but to speed it up, you can get referrals, you can do sales, and so it does. It goes back to the messaging, but then the discipline. Email every day. Reach out to your audience. Fidel shows his results inside of the group all the time, showing your results. Huge. So I'm rambling, but those are the keys. I mean, those are the keys right there.
That definitely makes a big difference. Twee looks like she has something to say.
I was gonna say I'd love to hear from Fidel and Julian.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if Fidel's working. Fidel, is
Well, he's
there?
always working, but
Oh, he's always
not.
working, but
There's no audio.
he's writing out his next words. He's gonna put it on.
You know, for me, guys, my thing is video. And I know, Joel, you've seen some of my video you probably see on YouTube, for instance, that I put out there. But it's been easy for me to do a lot of explainer videos. I like to do that. I like to show people how to do things. I'm coming from an IT background, so over the years, outside of struggling before I started getting a lot better, showing people and taking the time to be able to answer a phone call, because a lot of folks will come online sometimes and they need assistance and they want to be able to connect with someone. You sign up for something, you spend some money, and a lot of people's issues they don't have, they can't reach someone that can actually answer their questions. So sometimes they'll reach out and actually make a phone call like, oh my God, you actually answered. I'll get things like that, but between that and the videos that I do on a daily basis, that helps to really drive that engagement, to build, to create that bridge and really make that connection to folks, to have them move forward and do business with you. So that's what's been big for me.
Cool. Yeah. Sarah, you said something there where you said, become a person who gives solutions, as opposed to, I was listening to, me and Twee were listening to a podcast today, and the person on the podcast said, when I was a kid, my dad said you can be one of two people. There's only two different types of people in the world. There's people who see problems, and there's people who see solutions. And it is just as hard to find a problem as it is to find a solution. It is not any easier, not any harder to find a solution or a problem. You just choose which perspective you want to live life through the lens of. And if you live life through the lens of somebody who finds solutions, people will pay you ridiculous amounts of money to find the solutions for them. And it's just the way that it is. And think about this. Think about RevShare Lifestyle. RevShare Lifestyle is a solution to a much bigger problem that the marketplace has. The marketplace has an issue in referrals. It has an issue in recruiting, if you like to look at it from that perspective. It has an issue in bringing people into new programs that are solid, that they can just simply send traffic to. Most of the time, you join a program and you've got to create tons of content, or you got to create all of this different stuff. You've got to do all of this excess work, and it's a pain in the ass. RevShare Lifestyle it targets people who have that exact issue, who have that exact problem, where you're saying, hey, you know what, it's kind of hard to refer all these people into all these different businesses. I want to bring referrals in, but I can't. So RevShare Lifestyle makes it so that it's a solution to that problem. So like Sarah was saying, become a person who sees solutions. So if you are this person who sees problems, then you're gonna be the same person no matter where you go. In every opportunity, you're gonna be that exact same person. You're gonna struggle. In every opportunity that you join, you'll have a hard time bringing people in. In every opportunity that you join, you'll have a hard time earning for the comp plan. It's because you're seeing the same problems with every opportunity out there. But what if you were to flip it around? What if you were to see solutions in every one of those offers? What if you were to see solutions in every one of those programs, and you were able to see that, hey, I can bring referrals. Hey, I can work this compensation plan. Or, hey, this thing's going on with this compensation plan. I can adjust in this way. What if you were able to look at it from that other perspective? You would then become a person who is solution-based thinking instead of problem-based thinking. And in doing so, I mean, one of my awesome friends who does a few $1 million a month in e-commerce said to me about 2 months ago, he said, hey, look, no matter what you got going on, no matter how hard everything seems and whatever, just ask this question: how can I? For everything, whatever you want in life, just ask this one question: how can I? And it automatically puts you in a solution-based mindset that starts solving your problems almost for you. You start getting these ideas just coming into your head. All you have to do is listen to them and act. And that's pretty much how that business tends to grow and evolve. You know, you might ask the question like, how can I get more people to show up to the RSL webinars? Well, email them. You know, a few weeks ago we laid out a daily action plan. One of the action plans on Wednesday was to email your list 3 times about the webinar. If you haven't done that yet, well, you still got room for improvement. Start asking yourself, how can I become this person of daily action? So, just some thoughts that I had, you know, throughout the day that I've been trying to kind of get out there is like, how can I attract more solution-based thinkers into RevShare Lifestyle? Because that's who we want. That's who we're after. And why are we after those people? Because those are the people that will get in the system. They'll end up on this panel, and they'll drive tons of sales, not just for us, but for their people. They'll show their people how to drive tons of sales, and the cycle will perpetuate. It'll just keep continuing to grow. So,
one of the things that I find fascinating about this is that a lot of people think that it's more difficult than it really is. It all goes back to the basics, really. And I mean, you know, so it may seem like, you know, repetitive or boring that we, you know, sometimes talk about email your list every day, you know, build a relationship with your list, find solutions. It seems repetitive, but it's because that's what works. It's timeless. It's just the disciplines that.
Oh, did we lose Sarah?
What's
going on?
We lost the video. Yeah, we lost them all together.
The internet's broken. Google's broke. Someone broke the Googles. Yeah, you know, that's really where a lot of this drive and a lot of this, you know, that's where RevShare Lifestyle came from. It came from a solution-based mindset.
It did.
Came
It
from
really came from a lot of different things. A lot of the offers out there is like a big first-time investment or recurring monthly investment. So we gave a free system to combat that. A lot of offers also, like when we started, Joel, I remember us investing $5,000 for one of the things that we joined, and we never really turned that around. I think we made a total of like 200 something bucks on that offer after investing $5,000.
Yep.
So we wanted to do something that had the opportunity for people to just come in and have a low, minimal investment to start building up their cash flow.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of people have taken advantage of that. A lot of people have, you know, for those of you who don't know, you know, we're talking about Triple Threat, and you know, Triple Threat has, I've seen it all over the board. You know, is there a link coded to us to promote this Hangout? Yes, Kelvin, there is. You just use the Hangout that there is, rslwebinars.com, and just throw your username on the end of it, and you're good to go. Then that yellow button that's down below this video, anybody that you refer to this webinar will get credited to you in your RevShare Lifestyle system. So yes, it is coded to you, so long as you just use that user ID at the end. I forgot what we were talking about. We were talking about
Fidel and Sarah back. Yay!
Yeah, absolutely. We got Fidel and Sarah back. You know, we were talking.
Yes.
Yes, we got you, Fidel.
But you can't see me, right?
No,
Yeah,
I can see and hear you.
Yeah,
Okay,
Mike, since he's back.
I had to jump on my cell phone for some reason. My computer and my video deal thing didn't work. So,
Gotcha.
anyways, keep on going, Joel. I'm keep on going.
Well, you know, I mean, Saron was in the middle of a conversation, but what we were talking about, Sarah, and what we kind of moved on to was, you know, how that solution, how that solution has really kind of began to create a program. You know, Twee was talking about when we got online, we joined a $5,000 program. We never really turned that around. I mean, I think we ended up making $200. You know, and so what we decided to do. What's that, Fidel?
I made 36.
You made $36.
$36.
Well, yeah, I mean you know, that's the story that so many marketers have. You know, so when we created RSL, we wanted to make sure that it was free, but not just that it was free, that there was a earning opportunity in the very first part where you can get some cash flow going.
And one that
Um,
doesn't cost 5,000.
yeah,
Some
exactly.
other that's like that.
Yeah. So that's why we started with Triple Threat. For those of you who don't know or just getting started with Triple Threat, and for whoever's been in the Triple Threat group, yeah, they do have, where they're paying out some payments each day. Sometimes they're pending for a few days. Me personally, I'm using all payment processors, so I'm just that way. I go all in whatever it is that I do. I just feel that if you're going to be in business, don't be in business halfway. If you're going to join an op, don't join an op halfway. Put all your cards on the table or don't bother. That's just how I look at it. And because that's the case, like for instance, my Rev Share Lifestyle, obviously I went through and I've set up every income stream in there, and every income stream in there is free to join. So it would baffle me to join the program and only sign up for like 2 or 3. So it just doesn't. It baffles me that people do halfway work, but to each their own. I don't know how you want to build your business, but when I build a business, I go all in, and that's one of the reasons why this is probably Twee. Is this our 3rd or 4th 6-figure business?
I would say, I think it's our 4th.
This is our 4th 6-figure business, and that's because we never half-assed it. It's because we got in, we put our whole ass on the line. We did the whole thing. we did the whole thing. We did all of the business, and that's what I'm going to say to each and every one. That's my message to you. Like if you've done steps 1 and steps 2, but you haven't taken action on step 3, it's hard for me to feel bad for you. And it is, and I'm the just so you guys know, I'm kind of the bad cop in a lot of situations. It's because I tend to not listen to excuses. They're just not for me. So
the drill sergeant. Our coaching clients will tell you that.
Yeah, and the people that I coach, when I do one-on-one coaching with people, I don't give them a pass. If they show up and they're like, oh, I didn't do the content, I'm like, great, see you next week.
I don't think it's fair to, and I don't think it's fair to because I want them to get the results that they said they wanted to get as much as they do.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I know.
Have them go all in as well.
I know from personal experience that Saron kind of. I know that when he goes and he helps people, like he puts his whole heart into it, and I think that when I put my whole heart into this too, that's what I'm after. And so I want you guys to do those same things. I want you guys to put your whole heart into your business because that's what's going to get you success. It's not going to having the latest SEO tactic or the latest, Google gimmick and all those things is not going to be what drives you.
I've got a really great solution that's changed my business over the years, and it's another one of those like obvious kickers. It's a pad and a pen and a checklist. And so if you're struggling at all in any area, go back to basics and literally write out exactly what you need to do and check off, and just work through that list and check stuff off. And honestly, that'll jack your income through the roof, believe it or not. If you hadn't emailed the list, you know that you need to check that one off, and you don't, you try to get everything on that checklist done as quickly as possible.
Mm-hmm. And then enjoy the rest of your day.
And then what?
I said, and then quickly enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, that's
you actually make a lot more income just enjoying your time.
Yeah, you really do. I think that just going through that checklist and, like you said, doing it as fast as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect, man. Just get it done. Emailing the list daily, like, I'm not always in the mood to write an email, but I make sure that I do it anyway. Even if it's just a quick, like, hey, check this out, because I know that me being consistent will A, make people show up, and B, it will make my income stay consistent. If you're inconsistent, do you expect your income to be consistent?
It's like if you go to a job, if you stop showing up for a week at a time, that income's gonna go away. You know, like it's the same thing online. You stay consistent. Like it's that simple.
I love that. It's the truth. It's the truth. If you don't show up, the income doesn't show up.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So, I mean, Fidel, we haven't got a chance to hear from you like the whole night.
I'm enjoying the webinar. Sarah, nice being here with you. Pretty awesome. Just learning from you guys. Show up. That's it. That's all I gotta say. Show up. Show up. Do the work. I personally, I have I set myself to like 90 days straight do a video, and I think I've only missed like 2 days. It's like, okay, well, I missed 2 days, but I was really active doing something else. I think yesterday, yesterday I was just signing up so many people that it wasn't even funny. And I think I went to sleep like 5 in the morning, just sending out messages and getting people signed up. And right now, I'm editing a video, just like a whole bunch of stuff going on. That's why I couldn't get my camera to work on the laptop, because I was editing a video before the webinar.
Oh, really?
It just kind of kicked me out. I'm just doing a little training on how to use the Camtasia for people that want to do the videos and stuff like that.
Oh, cool. Right on. That goes right back to, I mean, Camtasia has nothing to do with RevShare Lifestyle, but it has everything to do with video marketing. So, it's just little things like that. I mean, like, how can you find new ways to connect with your audience? Like, can you show somebody how to set up, I mean, literally, I had a friend that took on a coaching client, and the very first thing you had to do for the first 2 weeks was show her how to create a Gmail account, show her how to create a YouTube account. It was just like these little things, and it, like, that may sound like, what the heck, but value can be described in any number of ways. So long as you're bringing just a little bit of value in some manner to this.
And you know what, Joel?
Yeah.
Like, and I know Lee does this. He does trainings and stuff like that. But if somebody like, if somebody knows how to do something, share it in the group. I mean, if you want to do a video and just how to set up a Gmail account, put that video right there on the group and share it with people. Stand out in the group, and people are gonna look up to you. I mean, that's what I'm doing, not just in RevShare Lifestyle, but I'm doing it in other groups, commenting, welcoming people. If they need help, like, they want to know how to do a screenshot message about that, and they start looking up. It's huge. Emails, you don't have to pitch something, but you're like, hey, check this out. If you're doing some other kind of business, I think they will help.
Still there?
You lose him?
I think we lost him.
He's frozen.
He's frozen. Fidel, you're kind of cutting in and out, man. But
I love his method. I mean, that method though is awesome. The showing people how to. I mean, I think I don't know if this is something that I heard before, but this is just the idea of when you're working with clients, or when you're trying to bring somebody into something or sell them on a product or anything like that. You just have to know a little bit more than they do. That's really all. You don't have to be a wizard. You don't have to have a whole bunch of knowledge before you influence somebody to work with you on something. You just have to know a little bit more about it than they do. And you guys have been here. You're here. You know more about it than the next person. And I think that this kind of this product, this offer, because what this is you have an offer. You don't even have to create a new offer. The offer is a free system that somebody can join and create a lifestyle or a revenue, create a monthly income for not a lot of work. A very simple process to do so. And that's the offer. I mean, it's really not much more complicated than that. And there's a whole lot of people out there that would take that offer. It's just, I mean, you show anybody a free system that they can set up and literally start making money their very first couple of days. That's a pretty incredible thing to provide to people. And so, like what Fidel's doing is in sharing videos with people and stuff like that. Even if you're not sharing videos, let's say you each of you have a Facebook group or a Facebook following. You know, you have friends on your Facebook list and stuff like that. This is something that you could sell over Facebook chat in minutes. You know, I mean, we're talking sending a message to somebody and saying, hey, you know, I was thinking about you, and this new system that I'm a part of, and a lot of you probably have some results now. You've been in it long enough. If you've got some results, this is a shoe-in sale right here. It's mind-blowing how easy this is to sell. You send them a message like, hey, I got this really cool system, and I made my money back in 3 days. Here you go. It's free to join. Just follow the steps, and you'll be golden. And that's how you sell this thing. And it's not hard. It's really not hard. It's just getting it out to enough people, and you can do it very simply through Facebook chat. I ran an Instagram ad, and for $8 got like 5 new referrals. And you know, it's a really simple offer. You know, the system takes care of itself.
Yeah, that's exactly. I mean, that's the whole point behind it. That the system does take care of itself. You know, I mean, you know, anything past that, you know, if you're complicating it past just exactly what Saron described, you're doing too much work. You know, I mean, it's just pretty much, you know, attracting somebody to get a conversation going, or reaching out to somebody that you already have a rapport with. That simple. You know, and just saying, hey, you know, I made my money back here in a couple days. This system works really well. You know, check it out. It's free. Just follow the steps. Boom. I mean, I did that when we first got started. And I brought in like 50 people. And just in Facebook chats. You know, and I said it to somebody else, and they said, "Oh, well, you're different than me. You have authority, and you've been around for a while, and all these different things." Who gives a shit?
Nobody can even say that when we're talking about putting money into, you know, like Triple Threat or something like that. Nobody can say, "Oh, I can't do that because you're famous or people know you." And no, it's not what it requires.
Yep.
Put in your
even if that's the case, well, that you got to work for it and build it, you know.
Yeah. Do you have $3?
Right.
And authority comes from giving value, from helping people and giving value. That's where it comes from. And building relationships.
Absolutely. That's you know, I mean, that's really all this is. Just who can you help today?
I think the worst possible objection that you could possibly get, and I'm just like going through as many objections as I can think of, and I think the worst one you could possibly get is, what's the catch? What do you mean? You're telling me you're giving me a free system where I can start for as little as I can put in $3 and start making my money back today and just roll it over time. So what's the catch? And to that, because I actually had that come up, and I was like, listen, I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't just give this to you. So it's here if you want it. You don't have to do it. It's just, here you go. Here's the link.
Yeah, there actually is a catch. You only have to spend 5 minutes searching good websites.
Exactly. You know,
because I actually had an email like that from someone. You spend 5 minutes per day.
Yeah.
You go there and you can't find that. You know, that wasn't around. That's never been around from before.
So. No. Not when I know that most of us got started where we were building HTML capture pages and all this other crap in order to just have, just basic ability to just collect leads. So by all means, guys, if you haven't got started yet, or if you half-assed it and did like step 1 or half of step 1, get in your system, click the yellow button if you're new, and do every step in there. There is a training that walks you through how to do all of it. And if you have any questions, we're always here in the Facebook group, 24 hours a day. It might not be me, might not be Twee, but one of us or one of the members of the community will answer your questions. It's fast, it's effective, it's simple, and we got a really great culture going on there. Where people are excited, man. And that's one of the reasons why we brought in over 3,000 people in the system. The Facebook group has like 1,000 people in it, or close to.
Hey,
yeah.
One of the questions that came into the chat, and I think this is a great question. It's how can you promote TT3 or Triple Threat with all the trouble that they're having with getting you paid? Here's the thing. So regardless of how that one particular one does, okay? Yes, it's great. We love it as long as it works. All right. But here's the key here, and this is what shocked me when I was chatting with Joel, and I was like, this is before I got started. I was like, wow, okay, this is a really great idea here. It's that just because one income stream doesn't work or doesn't perform, and it does perform right now, but if, let's say it didn't, there are how many more revenue streams inside of that one system? There's a lot. I think like 7, 8, 9 different revenue streams.
I think it's 9 right now where we're at.
Yeah, I think it's 9 if you include the payment processors.
Yeah. So even if one of them drops out or one of them doesn't work, I'm still looking at that like, okay, well, even if that one doesn't work, I've still got them on 8 or 9 others, and then that one will replace it with something else later on. So it's your goal should just be to get them into rev share lifestyle. That's where you're getting them to. You're not driving them to Triple Threat or to ForDad Pays or to, yeah, of course you want that. That's where you're going to get paid. But if you can get a whole bunch of people to just make their account and then get them in front of the group will help push the sales.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
That's 100% the strategy of this program.
Yeah.
That was probably the most simple way I've ever heard the strategy of RevShare Lifestyle explained.
That's what I saw. That's what I saw when I was being sold on the idea. I was like, oh wow, okay. So all I got to do is if one revenue stream drops out, not really a big deal because I got them on 7 others, and I can just help them with those. Yes. So it's diversification at its finest, truthfully. So you just got to get them to set up an account and to take action on all those steps. And here's the thing: is you don't even have to. You just have to get them on like on this Hangout. You get them on this Hangout, and it's donezo. It's game over. You will be taken care of. You just get a whole bunch of people in front of this kind of a Google Hangout, and we'll take care of the rest. Plain and simple.
Yeah, that's exactly the strategy of this program, and that's why, that's exactly the reason why you haven't heard me bitch about, whether or not my Triple Threat payments came through. Because honestly, like I get them, I've pretty much gotten everyone that I've withdrawn, but like even if they pen for a few days or a week or whatever, I don't really care because my goal is long term. Sarah was talking about what happens when you set 2-year goals. Well, this is the perfect system, the perfect program to be driving people into the program, into RevShare Lifestyle, and building that list out, building that list up, and simply communicating with those lists, getting them in the Facebook group. That's how you build that relationship. The income will come. You know what I mean? Like, if Triple Threat or ForDad Pays or any of these programs, if they for some reason happen to drop out, there are 99 million different income streams on the internet, to drop one in. And it's that simple. That's all it comes down to. And, the goal with RevShare Lifestyle is to give you a firm, stable, part of business. And that's exactly what it does, because even no matter what you do online from today on out to the next 5-10 years, it's always going to change. Always. It will always shift. But the one constant that you'll have with this is that you've got a program that's going to convert. It's going to be free. It's going to have the ability to bring people in, and it's going to have the ability to create conversions all the way down the line. We've got people that are getting conversions on the traffic sales. They're getting, do you really think that they're bitching about one little program over here when they're getting paid on 8 others? They're not. I see that they're not, because I know who's getting commissions on the traffic sales, and I see the posts that they're putting up in the groups. They're all inspiring posts. That they're thinking with their solution mind, and they're looking at the whole picture. They're not looking at a corner of the picture. They're looking at the entire frame, everything. That's working.
If we could probably break this group up into two mindsets, and if you're on this right now, you're thinking probably one of 2 different ways. Is if you're here right now and you're looking for right now, your heart is looking for the short term fix, and I wouldn't bash it at all, because I've been in that position before where I'm just needing to make some money. So if that's you, your steps are real simple. It's just following the steps inside of that program. It's just setting up each of your accounts and then driving people to it. Okay? That's what you need to be focused on. And focus on that for the next 60 days. And if you needed to break it down a little bit shorter, 45, 30 days, just focus on following the steps each and every day, just plugging in, doing the system each and every day, and you'll start making some money. Right? It's really that simple. It will work. Okay? Now, if you're a game changer, if you're looking long term, all right, some of the guys I know on here, and I can just see from the feed, is some of the guys on here are some long term players. If you're looking for, how do I make something big, and how can I utilize this to make something big, my mindset here, I'm looking at the audience. I see this as being an audience that could be massive. You can this audience, or this your target market for RevShare is just so broad. There's so many people that would be interested in this kind of a concept and how powerful it is, that the audience is going to grow. So what you want to be thinking of, if you're looking for the long term and making a lot of money, is sharing your results. It's getting some results and sharing those and being like at the top of everybody's kind of mindset. Like what Fidel's doing, Fidel is showing results all day, every day. And so you see him as a leader in this group, right? He's positioning himself as a top dog in the group. And you want to be doing that. And it's because the audience is going to pay you long term. Right?
Yeah.
When you're seen as the top dog, that's where automatic referrals are just going to show up for you. So I think hopefully that made sense. But
I know it made sense to me. That was one of that's like a huge golden nugget. What you're saying, you're building out this audience here. And this audience that you're building is, it's going to follow you for a long time, and it's going to buy from you consistently. Whether it's this, whether it's other programs, whether other affiliate products, whether it's coaching, doesn't matter. This is something that the audience is going to follow you for a long time. With that, guys, I'm gonna say that take action on the steps. If you're not in the program, click the yellow button, join. If you are in the program, make sure you complete it all. We're just getting past our time limit here, so I know I gotta jump off and spend some time with the fam, before it gets too late and my son has to go to bed. So closing statements, guys. Any of you guys want to jump in? Last thoughts of the night?
Good to go. People just need to jump in there, and if they need assistance, plug into the group. There's always someone in there, so that's the main thing. There'll always be help. So just get started, plug into the group, we'll be able to assist you 24 hours.
Absolutely. Sarah, on closing thoughts?
Man, if you guys are here, you're in the right place. It's really from even a veteran's standpoint, looking at this, it's a good program, and you will thank yourself if you continue to promote it and continue to show up and to just do the daily disciplines. You will thank yourself 60 days from now. I promise you.
Absolutely. So, Fidel, you got anything to close out with, my brother? You gotta unmute yourself, my friend. Got the muting problem going on there. What about you, babes? You got anything you want to close out with?
I would say that for goals, when I make goals, Joel knows, I make everything based on the emotion that I want to feel. I don't really goal set on monetary numbers, though that's important because we're business people. But when I goal set, and I'm a little different from Joel because he's totally all numbers guy, but it definitely comes down to the feelings that I want to feel. So what goal that I want to achieve comes with an accompanied feeling. Like, for instance, I want to achieve, this goal of just having more time with my son because I want to feel that love and that compassion and that relationship that we share. So as simple as that in my own personal life. With health and fitness, my goal isn't like, I don't love going to the gym every single day for 2 hours, 5 days a week, but my goal and the feeling that I get is just more energy and a lot more flow into my day, more clarity. My mind's not fogged. So those are the ways that I set goals, and I do the same for business.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are goal setting, I call it goals with soul. Set some goals with soul, not just a goal for that number, that ranking, whatever it is. Set something with actual soul and purpose, because once you're met with that resistance that you will be met with, like for me, going to the gym, sometimes it's hard and my body doesn't want to do it, and I push myself anyways. But when you're met with that resistance, you're a lot more able to go through that and beat that resistance when you know your end goal. So when you have a purpose to it beyond just the surface level.
Absolutely. That's powerful. That's good stuff.
Yes.
Fidel, man, you got some closing? I see you're unmuted now.
I forgot what I was saying. Oh, there's just so many stuff. Like I'm gonna be honest. I'm not super excited about Traffic Monsoon. Who cares? Like it's not gonna stop me from promoting RSL. I'm really passionate about that page. Really happy with Triple Thread. So whatever you don't like, don't use it. What you like and feel passionate about it, use it.
Yeah, move your business forward with your heart.
Yeah.
So
and just be a person that finds solutions, not problems.
yeah, solutions first, definitely, man. Like, so that solution-based thinking, man, that's just like everything.
Yep.
But all right, guys, go ahead and take action on that yellow button below. Fill out your steps, and we'll see you guys in the Facebook group. Night.
Bye.